To many, it may have seemed like a risky free parlay that I dropped for UFC 306, but it comes through for us. Joshua Van and Ronaldo Rodriguez cash at plus 151, while Valentina Shevchenko brings the Locky Trinity on home for us in the co-main event and cashes a plus 456 free parlay ticket. Very happy to cash those spots. And a reminder that you can get these parlays earlier than I drop it to the public, as I drop it to the Patreon folks on usually Tuesdays or Mondays of fight week. So if you want access to that, check the Lock of the Night Patreon page in the description below. And you can get a slightly better number than I normally drop on Fridays of fight week, and you'll see that in play with the parlay that I have for you guys here. Reminder, a little tardy with the content this week, so I've dropped the Lock of the Night and Dog of the Night candidates for you guys early today, dropping the free parlay right now, and then later on tonight I'll have the 3 best prop bets for UFC Paris. Appreciate the love and understanding in regards to that. And also the PFL Europe breakdowns. I will not have a video for it, but I do have it broken down on the MMA LOTN Patreon page in written form. So if you want access to that and the plays that I have for that card, you can check out the MMA LOTN Patreon page. I'm going to continue to say that. It's in the description below. Show your brothers some love and some support, and we can hopefully keep catching some tickets for you guys. All right, let's get into the Locky two-step for you guys. The first step up is going to be Joanderson Brito, who's going to be taking on William Gomez here in a matchup that I think is a very good stylistic clash for the Brazilian fighter. I think we'll see Brito do a great job in terms of crowding the space of Gomez, who has utilized a lot of lateral movement and kicks from distance to chip away at his opponents to get his victories. But I think he's going to struggle to do that here against Brito, who will be all up in his face and all up in his space, not giving him any room to breathe and utilizing an aggressive striking approach to eventually break down, gas out, wear down, and eventually finish Gomez in the second or third round. I think Brito is one of the easier spots on this card. I could be wrong, but I'd be surprised if he ends up losing to a guy with the style of Gomez, even with the hometown cooking, should this fight hit the scorecards. The second step in the Locky two-step is a little bit of a risky one in some people's eyes, but I'm kind of surprised that Matt Favola is the dog here to Faris Ziem. I think a lot of people are utilizing some recency bias, but I might be too in a little bit, considering the lack of takedown defense that we saw from Ziem against a poor wrestler in Claudio Puelles. Now, Puelles is a good Brazilian jiu-jitsu player, but not so much a good wrestler, and I think Favola is a far better wrestler than we saw from Puelles, and I think we'll see Favola do a great job in terms of keeping the kickboxer on his back and either finding a dominant position to get the finish or submission or win this fight and cruise to a decision victory. I do like Favola to get the win here, hence why I'm trusting him enough to put him in the Locky two-step and not the Locky Trinity, or at least not cap off the Locky two-step by putting him in the Locky Trinity. So hopefully he cashes for us here. And I was able to drop that to the Patreon folks the other day at plus 185. You're losing about 2 points here, as this parlay currently sits at plus 183. Now, to complete the Locky Trinity, you can rely on the chalky price tag of Umar Sy as he takes on Da Woon Jung. Now, Sy is probably one of the best French prospects that is currently on the UFC roster. He's very strong with his grapple-heavy approach, doing a great job in terms of waiting for the proper opportunity to take fights to the ground and grind opponents out from that top position or find dominant enough positions to get the finish. He looks to have a great gas tank to go 15 minutes if he needs to, and I think he is very good in terms of doing or at least exposing what will be a poor defensive grappling game from the Da Woon Jung side. We saw Jung get worn down and eventually submitted by a striker in Carlos Ulberg last time around, and I can only imagine what Sy will be able to do to Jung once he slows him down, grinds him out, breaks him, and possibly finds the finish from top position, or eventually grinds this and wins this on the scorecards. Again, a little bit chalky to throw into the Locky Trinity here, but I feel very damn good about it. And when I dropped it to the Patreon folks, we were able to get plus 241. Now its price has come down to plus 228. There you guys go. Free parlay for UFC Paris. Hopefully we can keep this winning streak going. I will be back later tonight for the top 3 best prop bets for UFC Paris. I'll see you guys then.